Hello everyone, welcome to GED. Today we have some rolled guacamole tacos from Filiberto's, and we're talking about how BFA is getting slammed. So guys, first off, if you don't know what Filiberto's is, it's a Mexican restaurant, pretty popular in the South, kind of a big chain. And these are rolled tacos, kind of like taquitos, if you know what those are. We got some beans covered in cheese and some Spanish rice. And I don't know why, but their Spanish rice always comes out pretty good. It's also pretty standardized, very delicious every time you get it. Got some sort of tomatoey spice in there. Very excellent. We'll mix in a little bit of guacamole. Look at that nuclear green guacamole. I don't know how it's so colorful, but my guess is it's either super fresh or super canned guacamole. Then we'll try a little bit of these beans, these cheesy beans. They're kind of dripping cheese everywhere. Mixing it all together, but hey, that's kind of how this meal goes when you eat it. It just kind of mixes together. Refried beans. A lot of people don't like refried beans, but they're actually pretty good. Minus the cheese, they're not really that bad for you. I mean, they're just beans cooked in either fat or oil. Okay, and before we get into conversation, here is one of these rolled tacos. Ooh, super crunchy, covered in guac. That cheese dangling off there, the beans, everything's just kind of dripping down. Check that out. That is amazing, and it's gonna taste delicious. They're filled with beef. Yes, indeed. Absolutely fantastic. Filiberto's never lets you down with the rolled tacos covered in cheese and guac. Do have a napkin. So, oh, and also fresh red hot sauce. So, BFA, Battle for Azeroth, is getting slammed by every reviewer pretty much. Preach, Trade Chat, Bellular, every minor reviewer. Man, everybody's hating on this. They are like, it's just bad. Blizzard as a company is failing their player base by not listening to them and literally just ruining the experience. Lack of feedback, lack of interaction, just the general design of like their artifact power system, their gearing system, and everything about it. I'm going to add a little bit of hot sauce on top here. Just on top of the rice and beans. Because I think a little bit of flavor here is good, but these tacos, they're good on their own. And I don't know, it's just like when you ignore your player base's requests and you just forge ahead with what equivalates to their previous expansion just rolled over into the next, yeah, you're going to make people angry. Ooh, that hot sauce packs a punch. You can't just like roll over the same stuff and ignore everyone's comments and just act like you're doing the world a favor and then market it as something new. Like, if you haven't seen Blizzard's marketing recently, they're claiming all this stuff that's really not true. They're lying to their player base. They're hyping up stuff that people hate, like Warfronts and Island Expeditions. These things are major flops, and they're just advertising it like, oh, come and play this new thing we made, but it's not really new and it's not really fun. I don't know, it's just a really good way to mismanage your company and send it spiraling into the dirt if you lose your player base's trust. It's not a good thing. What do you guys think? Are you a current World of Warcraft subscriber? Are you thinking about coming back? Have you heard about all this ridiculousness that Blizzard is doing? Speaking of ridiculousness, look at that cheese and that guac, and oh man,